So mean is the average, right? And so how I remember that is when somebody says like, yeah, Jeremiah's just average at football. Would that be something really good or probably like not, right? Would that be nice or mean? Mean, right? So if I tell someone they're just average, right? That's mean. That's how I always taught how mean is. Mean is your average. All you're doing is you're adding up all your values and dividing by how many there are. You all have your formula sheet in front of you. Do you see it literally says statistics and her formulas on there? It has mean. It gives you the formula on your formula sheet.
Wait, that's it.
Yeah. It looks complicated. All it does is it means add up all the numbers and divide by how many there are. So, yeah, it just looks different on there, but it is the same thing given here. So, we're going to add up all our numbers. So let's try the first one. So we add them all up. So add them in your calculator. And what number do you get when you add all of these up? 41. So when I add them all up, and then you divide by how many numbers? So how many numbers are there?
7.
7. What is 41 divided by 7?
5.5.
5 point what?
8.5.
Wait, why did you pick 7?
Because there's 7 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Miss Ken, can you put a dot of that after the 5? Because there's like
No, just round.
around.
So mean is the same thing every time we add them and we divide by how many numbers. The next one is median. And so median is the middle. So like you know those things that separate the highway? They're called medians, right? And so median is in the center. The center of our data.
You mean the middle lane?
Like the little
block.
thing,
Like
the
block, the cement block, the
little
cement
thing right here, like what keeps you from running off the edge.
like that what prevents you from going over to the other lane on the highway.
Oh, the concrete thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those are called medians.
okay.
I got 8. So what we do before you do that is to get our median, we gotta line up our data in order. So what's the smallest number there is here?
2.
2.
We got to see 2 play. Oh.
Yeah, so it's not in order. What's the next? And when you're done with it, cross it out. 3, 3,
4,
4,
6, 7, 8, 11.
6, 7,
Y'all forgot 8.
8, and 11. Cool. 6. Now, looking at this, I can easily now find my minimum. Minimum is your smallest amount. What's your smallest number? 2. What's your largest, your maximum?
11.
11. Your range is talking about how spread out your data is. To find your ranges, you just do your max minus your min. What's 11 minus 2?
No.
Good. So 11 minus 2 is 9. So your median, now let's try to find that. What I do is I cross one, if I'm crossing 1 out here, I cross 1 out there.
It's 6.
1, 1, 1, 1, I got in the middle, it's 6. So my median is 6. If there were 2 numbers in the
You're
middle,
going to have to, I think, subtract or divide.
divides, right, and add, which is finding your mean. So you're finding your mean of those 2 numbers, if that ends up happening. Mode sounds like most, right? Mode most. It's a number that's most prevalent in your data. So are there any numbers that repeat? No, so there is no mode. If there, whatever numbers repeat the most is your mode. Does that make sense?
Well, I got a question.
Mhm.
So like,
That's a lot.
It's like 2, 2, 2, 3. So like, which one?
So where?
I'm just saying.
If there are 2 2s and 2 3s, they both will be your modes, 2 and 3. Yep. Okay, let's try the next one. So I'm
By
gonna,
ourselves.
so first, how do we find the mean? If you're just average, right? That's mean. We add them all up, and then we divide by how many there are. What do you end up getting when you add them all up? 24. And then how many numbers are there?
8.
So what is 24 divided by 8?
8.
Yeah.
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
3. So
So your mean is 3. Median, they already put it in order for us. How nice of them.
Uh-huh.
So, before we start crossing out though, what is our min?
1.
What's our max?
5.
What's our range?
4.
4, right? 5 minus.
Wait, how?
Range is just your max minus your min. So 5 minus 1. Mode. What's your mode here?
2.
2. Is there the most?
And median, I forgot what that was.
Then median and remember the middle, so you don't go across the
So you're
line.
gonna add and then divide.
So let's see. 1 for 1, 2 for 2,
Do we
3
add it
for
or
3.
is it 5?
We add it and then divide by how many numbers. there are.
Told you.
So what's 2 plus 3?
It's 0.6. It's 0.6
How many did you
times
do?
25.
How many did you divide by though?
8.
No, you're only dividing by those 2 numbers.
So then add those numbers.
Add the 2 numbers, then divide by how many numbers there are right here. that you're
Alright.
add. Yeah. So what you're so add these. Now you're dividing by these 2 numbers. We're finding the middle of that. You get 2.5, which makes sense, right? 2.5 is in the middle of 2 and 3. So that would be my median.
I think the best way to start off like stuff like this is to already play in order.
Exactly.
You don't have to go back.
So that's why I would start in order, because for the next couple of units, we're not going to be using mean as much as we're going to be using median, range, and min and max. So I would put them in order right away. So let's try the next one. So let's put them in order. What should the first number be?
1,
1,
2,
and cross it out when you're done with it. 2,
4.
how many 2s are there?
2.
2, so that's why I cross it out each time.
4.
4,
5, 7.
5, 5,
7.
7. Cool.
What is the range do again?
Range is your spread of your data, so it's your max times your min. So if I'm being mean, I'm saying someone's average, right? So how you find the average is you add them all up and divide by how many numbers. So what is 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 7? 26, you said? Went off you. And then divide by how many there are.
7.
Is the median 4?
What do you-
3.714.
You gotta just spell that.
Okay, but I'm just letting her know.
So we can always round to the nearest.
Shut up, Mike. Where's the next?
So you can always round to the nearest hundred, which means like the nearest set, unless they have otherwise. Median. So now I'm going 1 for 1. So before I start crossing out numbers, what's our mid?
1,
1. What's our max?
5, 7.
7. What's our range? 6, right? We always do the max minus the min. What number's in here the most?
5.
5
2.
and 2, right? Because they're both twice. Now let's
Median
start
4.
figuring out the median. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3.
It's 5.
Here he
What's
is.
the mode again?
I mean
The
4.
number that's in there is the most.
Well, that's laughing. Is there
What?
Beast mode, doing the most.
Oh, did you guys hear what Miss Thompson just said?
When I learned it was beast mode, doing the most. Beast mode is someone who's always doing the most.
Is that the number that's in there the most?
No, man.
I like that.
I already did that one.
What did you learn?
Yeah.
I learned P math.
That is not for this. I can on a max.